Hello, buddy. Welcome. So I just got done watching the Super Bowl with my wife, and wanted to upload a coaching session that I did. Okay, I'm just going to black screen this just really quickly while I type in my password and such. Let's see if we can get about a 4-hour stream or so in here. That was a close game. That was a pretty good Super Bowl. I didn't watch all of it. I kind of watched like maybe half of the fourth quarter or so. I was busy doing some channel stuff. But anyways, okay. I did update the donation stuff too. What's up, Tyler? Ha. Yeah, the Eagles, well, I won't spoil too much. I guess most people, it's going to be spoiled all over the place. But I did update the donation stuff. I kind of changed my pricing around and a couple of the policies. Most of it's the same, but I'll make a video about this maybe over the next couple of days where I, break all of this down for people. But pretty much what I'm going to do is the donations there. For $5, I'll do an op.gg review on stream if you'd like. We'll see what the demand for this is. If there are a ton of them, I might have to limit it to like 2 or 3 per stream, so I don't want people to be held up too long. But I do think that reviewing, like, people watching might like every now and then, especially after a, after a rough game or something, just chilling for like maybe 5 minutes. And just doing an op.gg review, and then everyone else can kind of chip in their ideas on the stream as well. So I used to do op.gg off stream, and it would take me like maybe 15 minutes or so, and I would type up a Google Doc and do all this stuff. And that was kind of helpful, but we did one last night on stream. I think that makes a bit more sense. It's $5. It's about 5 minutes on stream. It makes more sense kind of like money-wise for me, because I have so much going on off stream, just to be able to do a little bit of that on stream and just to be able to get like some advice from other people during the stream as well, I think is really useful. So you get a whole bunch of different voices talking about it. I can talk about it and kind of answer questions that you ask in chat as well. And the $5 $5 amount just makes more sense for about that amount of work, like 5 to 10 minutes on stream. So that's how I'm doing that. So I'm bringing back the op.gg for $5, but instead of doing a Google Doc for it off stream, I'll just do it on stream for about, 5 minutes or so. 5 professor minutes, which is probably closer to 10 minutes, but we'll see. And then a $10 donation, that still stands. Remember, I cut that price in half a couple weeks ago. If you want me to play any champion during the stream, it's just $10. And since I cut the price in half, I'm limiting it to 2. This hasn't really been a problem. But I want to make sure that we're playing mostly ranked during stream, but I wanted to also make this a bit more affordable for people. So I think that this is probably a pretty good price point. And then coaching session, still $20. If you'd like that, I can do that off stream, standard replay review. Just send it to me at thestrategyprofessor@gmail.com. If you want me to do a coaching session and look at your replay during a stream, I can do that for a little bit more, for $25. It is going to take up some stream time, but if we do like maybe one of those per, maximum per stream or whatever, I think that would probably be pretty good. And then once again, you would have the benefit of, now I wouldn't be able to type up the Google Doc and stuff for it, but you would also have the benefit of other people in the chat, chipping in and talking about stuff. So that's just another option there. And then I raised the price on the guides a little bit to $25 because those take a lot of time and I'm really backlogged on those. So I think that's fair. The guides take a long time to do. Each guide's like minimum 2 hours because I have to do all the research and type up the Google Docs, whereas coaching sessions are closer to like maybe 75 minutes. Usually they're about an hour long and take 15 minutes of prep. So $20 makes sense there, but $20 for like 2 or 3 hours. I mean, some of these guides are like 3 hours or so to do. I mean, you could if you wanted, John. I'll do whatever guide you want for $25. As long as I can do it in, about 2 hours, I'll do it. But I mean, the guides are useful too. The reason that I can keep them at that price and not make them even more expensive is because people do watch the guides a lot and they get a lot out of them on the channel. So, it is something that really benefits the community quite a lot. Like, people watching the coaching do get stuff out of it too, but the guides are, a lot of times kind of the really big hitters in terms of getting views. So, Makes sense. Do you want to be autoing the minions? It depends on if you want to push... And we'll get a game in here in just a second. I'm just going to answer some questions. Probably not going to play Monster Hunter. I really don't have time to play anything other than League and some Warhammer, unfortunately, because I still, you know, I'm still a university professor and I have a family and stuff like that. And League takes up, you know, 8 hours a day or so between the stream and answering emails and questions and trying to do guides and coaching sessions and all that. It's basically a full-time job in addition to my full-time job. I was gonna say, oh, autoing minions. If you want to push the wave, you should be autoing. If you don't want to push the wave, okay, we can try FOD again if he wants to here in a minute. Hopefully, I mean, I really do want to play with FOD, but I mean, I love FOD. FOD's great. I just haven't been winning with duos, whether it's Kleenex or FOD or whomever, consistently. But yeah, if you want to push the wave in, then yes. But if you want to play more defensively in your lane, then no. So it just depends on how you want to manage the wave in your lane. I have a video about that. I think it's my it's either my micro or my macro video. I talk about wave management. Let me just look it up real quick. I can tell you which one it is. I think it's my micro guide, and that'll explain, like, I have examples, and I talk about all kinds of different scenarios where you would want to do that, like whether you want to push the wave or not. I'm pretty sure it's my micro guide. Yeah, how to manage minions in lane. Yeah, so I checked that out at about 41 minutes in the micro guides, about 13 minutes where I talk about wave management. Okay, yeah, and it's under number 2 here, improving your laning. So yeah, I'll link it here for you in the description. But yeah, I would check out the micro guide. So check that out. It'll have examples. It'll give you a lot more info than I can tell you here just off the top of my head. You feel so free. Okay, let's go ahead and get in here. Let's get some games going. But yeah, so that's what I changed about the pricing. I think most of that's pretty favorable. Like I said, I cut the champion pricing in half. I'm bringing back the really cheap op.gg reviews. And then I just had to increase the price a little bit. And I'm offering during the stream coaching for $25 if anyone interested in that. Just slightly more. It takes that stream time, but I still offer the old school, you know, send me the replay. And I do the full video for you for $20. Part of the reason I can keep it at $22 is because I make a video out of it and people watch it and learn from it. When it's live on stream, less people will see it. I guess I could record it separately, but I won't have an accompanying Google Doc and I won't be able to do research for it. So I'll probably just not add it to the playlist and just make it its own thing. I don't know. We'll see. Alright, this low, I'm going to go ahead and ban Janna.
As you wish.
Like a stripper on the weekdays, no stress. I don't want to go too far down this rabbit hole, but I would venture to guess that strippers would be pretty stressed on weekdays because they're not going to be making a lot of money as much as they would on the weekends. So, you know, I would be stressed out if I had bills to pay and I wasn't sure if I was going to make enough money. I don't like Fizz. I really was thinking about Zyra here because Sion's very low damage for the most part through a lot of the game, and Jax is pretty irrelevant most of the time. But you can't do Zyra into Fizz. Did you see the game? I watched the end of the game. Unsealed Spellbook is super popular because you get your summoners back a lot faster. Especially when you combine that with Ionian Boots and Cosmic Insight. I mean, it's like 40% off. Like, you can just flash stun somebody. Like, if you have anything that has a stun or CC, you can just flash on them. Is it Jhin? Oops. Oh, Blitz is banned.
Let's dance.
Dang it, I wanted to do Blitzcrank and they just happened to ban it. Okay, I guess I could have done Thresh or something. I want some kind of engage for this guy. Alistar probably would have been okay, but Blitz would have been perfect. That's why he banned Blitz, I assume. So we're just gonna go Cosmic, Second Wind, Mirror Shield's good. Okay. So the reason is you get really low cooldowns on Ignite, which gives you a ton of kill pressure in lane constantly. And if you can force the enemy flash and they don't have Unsealed Spellbook, then your flash is going to be up a lot faster, and then you can get the kill when your flash is up again. So just having a lot more flashes and ignites is just very powerful. And they've nerfed like every other tree. So they nerfed Airy, they nerfed Aftershock, they nerfed Guardian. They've nerfed almost everything that, like, most of the other keystones that supports would want. And so Unsealed Spellbook is just really good for that reason, because everything else hasn't been nerfed. Also, the Inspiration tree in general is one of the only trees that hasn't been touched in terms of nerfs. Significantly touched. I guess Klepto got a little slap on the wrist. But every other tree has had some nerfs to it. Yeah, Domination Zombie Ward got nerfed. I mean, that was a big thing too. And so it really is like the best, most cost-efficient tree. And so when you combine, and that means like you get better base stats after they changed the base stats a couple of patches ago. When you go Resolve into some other tree, like it splits the stats up in this weird way that's really inefficient for a lot of champions. Because you don't get the raw health anymore. But with Inspiration, you still get the raw health and you get more of it. So if you go Inspiration into Resolve, you get an extra 15 health. And you get 20% extra use out of your potions. Or 20% extra health off your potions. Which is a lot. I mean, it's 30 extra health for each potion. So it's basically like you start with 90 extra health in lane. Which is a lot. I mean, that's like, you know, like 230 gold worth of extra health. So, and like the second tree in Resolve is also not that great. The Font of Life, Demolish choice is just really not compelling for a lot of champions. Like, it's okay, but it's not great. Whereas everything in Inspiration is good. But Second Wind and Conditioning are both very good. So you want Second Wind and Conditioning on a lot of champions, but you don't want the Font of Life choice. Whereas you want everything in Inspiration. So that's just it. I mean, it's just, like, Unsealed Spellbook's pretty good. Like, it's not the most mind-blowing, it's not the most mind-blowing keystone of all time, but if you combine that with how, compared to other things, how much other stuff has been nerfed, and just how well it combines with the Resolve tree,
Laugh as I throw it away.
that's why people get it a lot of times. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and VOD this because I need to get some more individual champion VODs. I just released a Soraka VOD today, but I need to try to do at least one individual champion game every day just to help attract some new people to the channel. Because it's unlikely someone's going to come to the channel just to watch a 5-hour stream on a whim. They might, but I think a lot of people show up because they watched a guide and they liked a guide, or they watched one of my individual champion videos, and then they're just like, oh, hey, he also streams, and they come and check out the stream. I think there's a lot of people that come like that, so I need more of that. So I'm going to go ahead and VOD this really quick. I think I left my phone downstairs on accident. Sorry about that. So I'll comment on the game, but I'll take the... I'll have to wait until after the game for the commentary. Hello, buddy. Welcome back to every part of the game of League of Legends. I'm the Strategy Professor. We're doing a little recon action here, patch 8.2. I wanted to play Blitz into Brand, but at the very last second, I realized that Blitz was banned, so I switched over to recon. You want to play Engage into these AP supports if you can, like Brand, so we can punish and maybe kill him level 6. Really good to combo that with Varus as well, when Varus ults. So Blitz would have been perfect. Alistar would have been okay. Alistar has to get closer, though, which means he can get blown up, potentially. Thresh would have been alright, but Thresh's itemization is just so poor right now. The Recon's alright. It's going to be a little rougher in the laning phase. So yeah, this is a tough lane, so we're probably going to lose this lane, so we just want to push in. Warwick's not that much of a threat, 3-6. So we just want to push in or keep the lane relatively neutral for this matchup. Varus is going to outscale, so Varus is actually, if you're good with Varus, he's a good 80 carry right now. But you got to hit your ults, and you got to be really careful with your positioning. Go an Unsealed Spellbook. They're probably going to nerf it in 8.3. So if you're watching it at a later date, there's a chance that, you know, Unsealed Spellbook may not be the correct thing to get. I mean, I'm taking too many free hits from Jen.
I got one more thing for you.
I really want to hit the Qs, but it's not really going to matter that much. Looks like Brand's pretty much going to give us a free laning phase, which is good. He's just kind of chilling. I'm fine with that. I outscale him. Like, once I get Redemption and Locket, Brand's going to lose a lot of his effectiveness unless he snowballs really hard, and he's not going to do that if he's not going to... he doesn't cast any spells on us. If he wants to hit me with an E every now and then, that's fine. I just need to not get stunned. I'm just going to go ahead and skip straight to my points in my W. I know there are some pros that will get more points in Q. I really don't like that build that much. It really slows down your mobility and your CC in the mid-game. I'm really kind of a mid-game player. I just like mid-game a lot more for solo queue. At this elo point anyways, like until you get to about Diamond, where people play much more aggressively in lane and you can really punish. Alright, good.
Humans think that to believe in something you have to be serious about. That's their problem.
Fine, just put a little damage on him. I probably didn't need to shield. I should have maybe kept my mana.
The humans call it battle. It's just a dance.
So yeah, I'll have to see what gets changed in 8.3. Because they've changed the numbers on Unsealed Spellbook a lot, so they've said that it was going to only be 10%, and then if they changed it to 15%. If it's 15%, it might still be worth getting. If it's 10%, maybe not. But you can see Mike Knight is already almost about just 1 minute away.
Magic is a wilderness.
Okay. I also like Redemption is really nice for the laning phase because you get regeneration stuff. So you get a health regen, you get Rejuve Bead, you get Fairy Charms, like just really nice components, really nice cheap components that fill up your inventory early on. So that you're being very slot efficient, cost efficient with your buys. Let's see if I can get closer just so I can get the experience. I don't think I got it.
try and test me?
Did he flash? I thought I heard a flash.
Magic, we have no children. We
Okay.
have no
If Jax was on this side of the map, we could have done Dragon, but... Yeah, huge fan of just Redemption Locket in this day and age. I know people... I've tried Righteous Glory builds on it. You know, there are some other builds. Righteous Glory's okay. You know, but that's just... Redemption Locket's your biggest, baddest, like, team fighting build. And Redemption also has 5,500 range, so you can use that to influence, you know, plays across the map if you're, you know, paying attention. So, especially in kind of this clown fiesta that we have going on. Okay, good. He's going the good build. I'm so glad people stopped doing the lethality build on him. It was so bad. Let me look on CS. We're about even. He has a BF sword. Rand got boots, so... I was gonna flash E onto him. That's really bad for us. Oof. I could maybe run up there and try to kill him, but I would be too late. This is guaranteed gold. I mean, Fizz is up in CS too against Malzahar. Like, that should never happen in lane. It's tough. You gotta wait till this thins out, and I really need to wait on Varus to hit his, or to get level 6 too. Okay. Warwick's probably gonna come down here.
Zaya says someone has to die, they die. Alright, well,
Sell that.
They ain't seen moves like mine.
Damn, Fizz is massive. That path thing, I was trying to click like to go here, and then he doubled back
I'm getting
about
impatient.
200 units, and that's why I died. Massive pathing fail.
I will walk in. I will dance. They will float.
Put a defensive pink there because we're behind. Oh, he's got the full Rage Blade though. Damn it, did I not get my Ignite off? What? I like spammed Ignite and then jumped over with my E. Really frustrating I didn't get my Ignite off. That was a fail by me. I should have got my Ignite off. I was probably going to die either way, but... Just waiting on Ionian boots.
I am only as wild as magic.
Mobies are perfectly legit too, but Ionians complement your CDR, so you can get even more Ignites, even more flashes. And it's really nice if you're going for Locket, because Locket doesn't have CDR on it.
Ain't nothing I say should be taken seriously. That's why it's the truth.
Pink. No, he hasn't bought. Oh, he did buy. He did buy. Oh, crap. I thought that was my ADC for a second. Wow, that would have been awkward.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
I don't know why I thought Jen was my ADC for a second. That would have been definitely been weird.
I don't need anything but the right now. Should I be?
I mean, he should be able to get that. Alright.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
They will see my dance. Then they will know magic's pure and its fury.
Come on, man. Why you gotta do that? He might fish me over this. I gotta be quick. Shit. Well, I should have just left him. Wasted my ult. I should have ulted somebody else. He really, really needs to get some magic resist. I need Locket. This Fizz looks like he has 5 million health.
I got the move for you.
Alright, Tryndamere is lighting us up. I gotta hold this.
Ladies and gentlemen,